Finally, The Rock has come back to steal Cody's Wrestlemania spot. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. I'm not feeling great today, but I'm sure as hell feeling a lot better than all the WWE fans, the Cody fans, the little marks that want Cody Rhodes to go and finish the story. Well, it looks like the story ending is going to be left unfinished, because at WrestleMania 40 Night 2, it now looks like it's going to be The Rock versus Roman Reigns and not Cody versus Roman Reigns. I think that's what we should be talking about here right now, because I've seen people have meltdowns about this. Even on WWE's Instagram, Triple H posted a picture of him and Tiffany Stratton, because Tiffany Stratton is now, I believe, a full-time member of the SmackDown roster, and in the comments there was no comments about Tiffany Stratton and her promotion to the Blue brand. Literally every single comment was bashing Triple H, crying about Triple H, calling Triple H the new Vince McMahon, saying that Triple H is no longer cooking, saying that Triple H doesn't know what he's doing. Some guy even commented that he hopes Triple H gets brought down in the McMahon allegations because he screwed Cody Rhodes. And, you know, that's mental. But I have said it. People, I think in the last week, people have come out and bashed McMahon just because he is McMahon. And I said that if it was Triple H that had these allegations against him, people would defend him. And now, as soon as Triple H starts to do bad booking, or people see a decision for Triple H that they don't like, now they want Triple H to go down with McMahon. They want him to go down with the ship. And these people are insane. It's like, book my favourite wrestlers, book the wrestlers that I love to win matches, or else I hope you get, you know, I hope you go to jail, I hope you get fired, I hope you go down with the fucking sinking ship. I mean, what a mess. So Triple H, he might have the fans on his back, but it just goes to show you, it's not even a mistake, it's a booking decision, but one decision that these fans don't like, and they will literally turn their back on you, and they will turn on you. It's fucking crazy, man. Why do people care so much about Cody Rhodes? The guy is a mid-carder. Alright, he's in an era where there's fucking no stars, so automatically that propels him to main event status, but in any other era, Cody Rhodes is a mid-carder at best. A mid-carder at best, but for some reason we have to pretend now that Cody Rhodes is the greatest thing that we've ever seen, and he's fucking not. I don't care what he wants to talk about. He bores he bores tears at me, man. I'm listening to Cody. What do you want to talk about? It's the same shite every week, the exact same shite every week. He even said it tonight before he confronted Roman Reigns. So look, I'm happy that we're getting The Rock versus Reigns. The Rock versus Reigns is A, once in a lifetime, and B, it might be the last time we get The Rock. We can get Cody Rhodes anytime. We can get Cody Rhodes on Raw. We can get Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. I'm sure Cody Rhodes would even go to NXT. He's going to be appearing on every WWE Premium live event for the foreseeable future until he probably retires or whatnot. So having Cody Rhodes wrestling isn't a top priority. Getting The Rock to come back and facing off against a member of his family, a member of his bloodline, that's way bigger. And then you got to factor in that it's the fucking Rock and it's Cody Rhodes. I mean, this would be like looking at Stone Cold Steve Austin and looking at Kevin Owens and having to try and decide, you know, who should have a match. It's like, if Stone Cold wanted to come back for one more match and he wanted to be at Mania, and people are like, no, don't put Austin in Mania, put Kevin Owens in. It's like bullshit, alright? If you're going to get one last chance to get an Austin match, you're going to take it. And if you're going to get one last chance to see The Rock, then you're going to take that as well, because it's the fucking Rock. So let's just get after this whole Cody Rhodes hype train. I don't understand why people love the guy. I mean, is he one of the better people? Is he one of the better wrestlers today? Absolutely. But is he great? Is he an all-time GOAT? No. I mean, you can still argue he's the worst member of his family. So, I mean, The Rock is by far the best member of his family, and Cody Rhodes might arguably be the worst member of his family when it comes to wrestling. So, let's put that into perspective. I'll probably make a separate video on that. I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but people crying here over Cody, and some people say make it a triple threat, and it's like they want Triple H out, they want Triple H fired now. It's insane, just because they're going with Rock Reigns. It was always going to be Rock Reigns. If The Rock was willing to do it, then it was going to be The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Okay, Cody had his chance last year. He fucking blew it. WWE blew it. Nobody wants to see Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns 2 years in a row. Not even the biggest matches of all time should happen. back-to-back Manias, in my opinion, let alone Cody versus Roman. So yeah, I'm happy that The Rock's back, and I'm happy that The Rock is taking Cody Rhodes' spot. But anyway, we started with Logan Paul coming out. He ran down the Alabama crowd, as he does. He put over Kevin Owens, though, and he said that Kevin Owens did more damage to him than Floyd Mayweather. I'm sure Floyd Mayweather didn't like that one, but that's Floyd Mayweather's fault for having these exhibitions and just letting people go the distance. If I was Floyd Mayweather, and I know he's making a shitload of money, and I know that's all Floyd cares about, but if I was going in the ring first in Logan Paul, I would not want Logan Paul going the distance. I wouldn't want Logan Paul getting out of round one. I would want to make a statement. I want to prove that, you know, this guy doesn't belong in the same ring with me, and I'd want to end Logan Paul in the first 20 seconds, 30 seconds, but Floyd Mayweather was willing to, you know, let his career go out that way and just go exhibitions, go the distance with guys that, you know, weren't even a tenth as good as he was. So that's up to Floyd. Owens said he wants to sanitize the belt. He wants to get it away from Logan Paul. Logan Paul said you had your chance, it was one and done. Logan Paul said he came up with the whole brass knucks idea to basically outsmart Kevin. He says he was playing chess while Kevin Owens was playing, I don't know what Kevin Owens was playing, fucking donut eating, I guess. Logan Paul then says to him, your breath smells horrible. Kevin Owens said, I bathed in prime before I came out here. And Logan Paul said, must not have been the cherry freeze, because that flavour's delicious. So again, Logan Paul trying to get over his prime brand. I mean, the guy's not a great wrestler. The guy's not, to me, he's not a superstar. I just don't really like seeing him in wrestling, but there's no doubt about it. The guy knows how to sell himself. The guy knows how to carry himself. He's always promoting his brands. You can see why he's doing it. I just would rather not see him in the wrestling business, but you can definitely see why there's a place for Logan Paul in WWE, because he gets it. I mean, he gets it better than most people on the brand. So I guess that's why he's a multi-millionaire, though, and these guys are, majority of these other guys are just bums. Anyway, first match, Kevin Owens versus Austin Theory. Kevin Owens wins with the brass knucks. Logan Paul tried to give Theory the knucks, and Austin Theory didn't take advantage of it, and he got knocked out. And it's sad to see Theory and Grayson Waller just become essentially two henchmen two muscle men for Logan Paul. I like Grayson Waller. I think Grayson Waller's got a lot of potential, but right now he's a goofball. He's like third in fucking command. He's like Austin Theory's little puppet, and Austin Theory runs around for Logan Paul. So yeah, it's sad to see what they've done with Grayson Waller. But Kevin Owens gets the win. Naomi and Tiffany Stratton have officially joined the Blue brand. Stratton wants to know why nobody's celebrating her being here like they are Naomi. And then she slaps Mia Yim in the face. She talks about she wants to fight the best, and then she slaps Mia Yim. I thought that was funny because she was looking at Bianca Belair, and then she just turned around and slapped Mia Yim. So basically bashing Mia Yim here, which I thought was interesting. Logan Paul. We then had a backstage segment with Nick Aldis kissing Bianca Belair's ass, saying that he enjoys her husband, maybe setting up a match with Logan Paul versus Montez Ford. We then got a Legado del Fantasma vignette. They were out having dinner. I mean, who fucking cares? Then it was the next match, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate versus Pretty Deadly versus Legado del Fantasma versus the LWO Fatal 4-Way Championship qualifying match. Winner of this gets a shot at the tag team titles, I believe, and it was Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate that won. I mean, absolutely nobody cares about that. Then we got Bayley's WrestleMania decision, and she comes out with Damage Control minus Dakota Kai. Now, obviously, Damage Control kind of turn on Bayley here. Maybe they left Dakota Kai out because they've made up their minds what side she's going to choose, whose team she's going to be on. But Bayley comes out to make her WrestleMania decision. She talks about winning the Rumble, and she wants to go to WrestleMania. She wants to take on the best. She says that Rhea Ripley is one of the best, but she could also go on a different route because it's not always about winning championships. Sometimes it's more personal. And then she talks about having a support system, having friends in place, and she says sometimes you have to prove them wrong. And she turns around to Damage Control and asks them, are you done laughing? And then she starts speaking in Japanese, and she tells them that she's picked up Japanese with the amount of times you guys have been talking behind my back. So Bayley says that she's seen it, laughing, making rude gestures, trying to leave me out of Damage Control. She doesn't know why this has happened. She tells Io Sky, why'd you do this? All I wanted was Damage Control to be the best. All I wanted was to take this faction to the top of WWE, and I wanted us to do it together. But you see nothing in me, do you, Io? What happened when you and Dakota and I started this? We were tight, and when they came around, you turned your back on me. What happened? And then we have Asuka and the other one, whose name I totally fucking forget. But the Kabuki Warriors attack Bayley. Bayley manages to grab a pipe. She takes care of them. And then Bayley and Io Sky have a standoff. I actually felt a bit bad for Bayley here. You know, she's telling this story about how basically Damage Control was like her family, and now they've turned their back on her. And it's pretty much like, well, Io Sky got involved with 2 other Japanese people, and then she didn't want to know Bayley. So, yeah, the Japanese blood, I guess. This is the bloodline, so to speak. The Japanese bloodline running wild on SmackDown. So, it looks, I mean, it wasn't a bad segment. It wasn't a bad promo. But I would have left this a little bit longer. Why are they making the decision right now? Why? I think it's honestly, I think it's because the rest of Damage Control can't talk. But if they were going to do this right, why didn't they do it like when Batista won the Royal Rumble, and then they're telling Batista, Evolution, Triple H and Flair, they're telling Batista to go to SmackDown, you know, challenge JBL. And then Batista decides, no, fuck that, I want to challenge Triple H. I thought we would have got a couple of weeks of build-up. I thought we would have got more of Bayley coming up with her decision, trying to decide what she was going to do. I would have teased Bayley versus Rhea Ripley more. But instead, the first SmackDown after the Rumble, they decide to jump straight in to Bayley versus Io Sky. So I just think they rushed it, man. You look at WWE, they drag everything out, but then this decision, they literally rushed it within the first week. I don't get it sometimes, but I mean, whatever. That is it. Third match, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament. This is fucking lame. The match didn't even happen. B-Fab came out. B-Fab just joined Bobby Lashley's group, and it's so embarrassing because obviously the Final Testament have Scarlett. Therefore, Bobby Lashley needed to get B-Fab. Look at Bobby Lashley. The guy's a fucking tank. The guy is a walking weapon. Yet he needed a woman to fight his side. He needed a woman to even up the odds. How embarrassing is that? Because they have a woman, we need to get a woman, or else we're outnumbered, we're outmatched. This is pathetic. And we've seen it on Raw like a year ago when the Gallows and Anderson were getting hit in the nuts, and AJ Styles was getting beat up by Ripley, and they kept talking about they needed to fix the Rhea Ripley problem. You're fucking men. Fix it yourself. How weak does this make them look? How weak does Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits look that they needed to be saved by B-Fab? This is fucking bullshit. Bullshit. And of course WWE have to just even up the numbers, even up the odds. You've got 3 men, they need 3 men. You've got a woman, they need a woman. Everything is so cookie cutter, man, and just straight down the fucking middle. This is boring. This is crap. Alright, Lashley didn't need to get B-Fab. He could have literally hit Scarlett with 1 spear and she'd have been taken out of action for like 2 months. But no, for some reason now women are untouchable. So what if the Final Testament add a fucking midget? Does that mean Bobby Lashley can't do anything until he finds a midget? What you know, like where does it end here? What if they find another woman? Does that mean Bobby Lashley needs to go out and find another woman to even up the odds? Is he going to go and get a manager next because they've got a manager? Is he going to go and find MVP or something? I mean, what a joke. I can't stand this. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Anyway, Braun Breaker is trying to decide where he's going to end up. Adam Pearce joins and he's in Nick Aldis' locker room and he is telling Braun Breaker to visit him on Raw. We then got Tiffany Stratton versus Mia Yim. Tiffany Stratton wins with the prettiest moonsault ever. Good win on her debut. Is what it is. Next week on SmackDown, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate will battle the winner of Raw's 4-way championship qualifying match. The winner of that match then will go on to the Elimination Chamber. So we'll get, I don't know who's going to be involved in Raw, but surely Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate aren't going to Elimination Chamber to challenge for the titles. Surely not. And then in the main event, Roman Reigns comes out, Bloodline comes out, he bashed Seth Rollins. He says, how can Seth Rollins be the man when all he does is come out in his wife's clothes for the last 2 years? He says that his title is the best. He says that he maybe shows up only, you know, 10 times less than Seth Rollins, but he gets paid 10 times more. It was a pretty good promo here for Roman Reigns. Then Cody Rhodes comes out. Cody Rhodes says, look, I want to take your belt. I want that championship, but I care more about taking everything away from you, and maybe finishing the story isn't winning the title. Finishing the story is, you know, seeing you end up with absolutely nothing. And then The Rock comes out. The Rock and Cody shakes hands. Cody just leaves like a little jobber, basically giving up his his Royal Rumble winning spot, giving it up to The Rock, just leaving and letting The Rock have this match. The Rock looks at Roman Reigns, and the show goes off the air. Again, just nothing happened. The Rock came out, he looked at Roman Reigns, nothing was said. We're probably going to have to wait like another 3 or 4 weeks until we see The Rock or Roman Reigns in the ring again, or until they address this situation. And it's just, everything's so slow and drawn out and boring. I mean, why can't we have something interesting between The Rock and Roman Reigns? They're fucking sharing the ring for the first time in like, what, 6-7 years? And we can't get something good. We can't even get a little promo. But no, it's going to be drawn out, and we're going to have to wait like a month until we get reaction. When's Roman Reigns next going to be on SmackDown? Who knows? When's The Rock next going to appear on WWE television? Who knows? But yeah, the segment pretty much just finished with these two looking at each other, and Cody Rhodes saying, I'm a little bitch, Rock. You can have my Royal Rumble, you can have my Royal Rumble win and go in main event night 2 of WrestleMania. So there you go, guys. That is it. That's your SmackDown review. Logan Paul, Kevin Owens segment was alright. I thought Roman Reigns burying Seth Rollins was pretty entertaining. I actually enjoyed the Bayley segment. There was some okay stuff on this show. I mean, it wasn't great. Nice to see Tiffany Stratton get called up. I'm also happy that Braun Breaker is getting called up. I would personally put him on Raw. I'd like to see Braun Breaker on Raw. I think Raw needs more wrestlers than SmackDown, although both shows do fucking suck, and they need to get some top talent in there. So yeah, overall, I'll get a 3 out of 10, guys. It was an alright SmackDown. I mean, I would have probably gave it more if The Rock came back and done something, but he just came out, he stared at Roman Reigns, and that was it. So very disappointing there from the main event standpoint, but I mean, whatever. It's to be expected. Like I say, like WWE, like what they would have done, like, when you look at rivalries back in the day, what they would have done in 1 week now takes about 6 weeks for them to cover. It's so drawn out and boring and slow. The pacing of this shit is fucking unbelievable. Look, when you get feuds between like Nakamura and Rollins, it lasts 4 months. Like back in the day, it would be a 1 month feud, then on to the next feud. 1 month feud, then on to the next title defense, on to the next title defense. Now it's like when Seth Rollins is defending his title, he's locked into like a 4 month feud with somebody, and it's so boring as fuck. Anyway, guys, that's it. 3 out of 10. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.